11 through 16, Unit 11, Lesson 1. Let's look at how we can simplify these trig expressions. I know that cosecant is equivalent to 1 over the sine. And I know that if I multiply across, I end up with cosine of theta over sine of theta. Cosine of theta over sine of theta is equivalent to the cotangent of theta. Let's look at number 12. Number 12, I see cosecant squared. So I look up above, and these are my three main trig identities that all come from this first trig identity that I can rewrite. So I can move the 1 to the right-hand side by subtracting, and I know that cosecant squared theta minus 1 is equal to cotangent squared theta. So I'm able to come back and replace this portion with cotangent squared theta. Now, cotangent is equivalent to the cosine squared theta over the sine squared theta. That's what cotangent is equivalent to. Before I take time to multiply across, I see I have a sine squared theta on top and also on the bottom. So they are going to simplify down to 1. I'm left just with cosine squared theta. You can write it over 1 if you prefer. Let's look at number 13. Cotangent is equivalent to cosine theta over sine theta. Secant is the reciprocal of cosine. Cosine on top and cosine on the bottom are going to be simplified to 1s. I'm left with 1 over the sine of theta. 1 over the sine of theta is equivalent to the cosecant of theta. Number 14. I have cosecant squared, so I look over here, but notice this is a little different. I'm going to write out this trigonometric identity, and I'm going to figure out how can I turn that into this expression. So 1 plus cotangent squared theta equals cosecant squared theta. Notice the 1 is positive, and notice that the cosecant is negative. That means I need to take it and move it to the left. Opposite of positive cosecant squared theta is negative cosecant squared theta. So I have 1 minus cosecant squared theta. Now, I still have cotangent on the left. There's nothing on the right, but I still have a cotangent squared theta on the left. So let's take that cotangent squared theta and move it to the right. It's currently positive, so when it moves to the left, it becomes negative. Now, 1 subtract cosecant squared theta is equal to negative cotangent squared theta. So this is equal to negative cotangent squared theta. Let's look at number 11. Number 11 has a secant squared. So I come up above and it has a secant squared x minus 1. Well, secant squared theta minus 1 is equal to tangent squared theta. Whether you have a theta or an x, it's the same concept. So secant squared theta, moving this 1 to the opposite side would be subtracting it, is equal to tangent squared. This portion right here is equal to tangent squared. And I want to divide it by sine squared x. So I know tangent is sine squared x over cosine squared x. And when you divide, you turn division into multiplying, and you take the reciprocal of the second fraction. We can see the signs are going to be simplified to 1, and I'm left with 1 over cosine squared theta, which is equivalent to secant squared theta. Let's look at number 16, the last one on this video. Cotangent is equivalent to cosine of theta over sine of theta. And this is an easy one. The signs are going to simplify to 1s, and I'm left with simply cosine theta, or cosine theta over 1, however you like to express it.